Now we're back to Studio H and live in Studio H this morning, as often is the case, or as always is the case on Tuesday mornings around 8:12. Dr. Jeff King with us from the King Clinic. Good morning, Dr. Jeff. How are you?
Good morning. Good, thanks.
So our topic today, as he tells us every week, bad breath.
Bad breath.
Sorry, I just put some Tic Tacs in.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No,
Now, how does bad breath apply to chiropractic medicine?
affect health and stuff. Yeah, well, I just decided to have fun and do a little play on words. What I'm talking about is respiration, the way we breathe. The quality of our breathing impacts our mechanical health pretty dramatically. In fact, it's probably one of the number one constant factors that screws us up because we ignore it all the time. That and gravity, as I've built a case before and talked to you quite at length about. Yes. Well, respiration is a big deal because oftentimes, especially in a highly stressed out culture, which is America for sure, often we collect traumas, real or perceived, it doesn't matter. Maybe the boss is mad at us, maybe we just had a fight with our spouse, maybe the dog just bit us. That's a stressful scene, and it seems to me that here in the West we have a difficult time discharging with that stress, and instead we kind of hold on to it, and especially in childhood. And that impacts the way we breathe. Most people who are under sympathetic distress or anxiety, start to breathe shallowly. The shoulders rise, the neck muscles become tense, and they start lifting the rib cage mechanically all the time, right? And that stresses the whole situation out. Now, as we go through life and we collect these situations, we found, especially now, that same respiratory pattern is continued, whether the stressor is there or not. In fact, even during sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, I started perusing through the osteopath literature. They've got some good stuff in the UK and such, and they take a strong look at mechanical problems. Basically, we do it backwards in research. We look at a problem and unravel how we got there, you see. So we figure it out. And one of the number one problems is respiration. We breathe shallowly. When we do that long enough and chronically enough, our muscles get stressed out, they get scarred down, they get stiff. So we start feeling a lot of pain. Ooh, I just feel stressed out. We're that way all the time. All right.
You know, I actually know something about this in teaching speech and breath control. Most people breathe incorrectly.
That's right.
You know, they take air in, and if you say take a deep breath, they go, and it,
From here.
and it has, your stomach should go out. You should put your hand on your stomach, and in fact, you can't breathe incorrectly if you lie on your back. If you lie on your back and put your hand on your stomach is going to go in and out.
How about the diaphragm when you're singing, right? That's what I learned.
Yeah, but you're bringing it all the way down into your stomach, not into your chest.
Right. Deep
because
down.
that's very shallow breathing, as you're just talking about.
So how do you remedy this? If we're doing this on a daily basis, how do we counteract it?
Lots of practice. Lots of practice. Several people in the literature have pointed out even 5 minutes of sustained, deep, diaphragmatic breathing is enough to impact our health in a huge way. Yeah, because when we breathe shallowly, that changes the chemistry of our blood. We don't get the oxygen in that we could if we were using the entire volume of our lungs.
So your muscles are being deprived of oxygen.
Absolutely. They fatigue quicker. People report a lot more pain, even when they wouldn't normally. So it's a big deal. It changes the chemistry of your entire body. So the biggest thing to do is to check out an infant. Anybody got a baby around, go look, watch them breathe. I mean, their stomach in and out. Oh, yeah. And that's natural. That's normal. So one of the easiest, quickest ways to immediately impact your stress level and your health globally.
Yeah, it's supposed to help you relax, to take deep breaths very slowly.
We do it on the drive-in. It's only 5 minutes of your drive-in, you know? Also, yoga, no doubt. I mean, that deals a lot with breathing. There's great yoga classes all throughout the tri-state area. That's a really good idea. I'm just thinking.
It seems ridiculous that we have to relearn the pattern of breathing, but
it's crazy. You know, guys, I'm going to admit to you guys, do you ever, when you breathe sometimes, it also comes like with a sigh, like this, like emotional release? Do you ever do that? Like I breathe heavy and it's like, okay, I'm not going to share it.
No, I do it.
You know what I mean? It's like this natural kind of like, it just feels good to breathe.
Yeah, because I do it. I always think I do it when I think I'm alone and I'm not, and someone goes, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, because it's like almost
or whatever,
like that. That's a good thing.
Well, sure. Well, the reason that you breathe shallowly in the first place is because of emotional impact, usually.
Right.
Chronic stressors, real or perceived.
True, it all goes to what you just described.
All right, now, can I bring up something?
Sure,
This is personal. I've been through some stress recently and was doing all that, the shallow breathing, and I could feel myself clenching up. I finally went to my chiropractor and had an adjustment, and afterwards went home and fell asleep immediately because apparently, well, there were toxins in my body. You know, your body produces that stuff when you're
That's a great point.
Flight or fight or
Fight or
flee.
flight. Yeah.
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 And
See, the rabbit hole goes deep with this situation.
and I told her
It really
later, I
does.
said, you know, it made me fall asleep, and she goes, because it was a release for you.
Right, yeah. That's a good point about elimination. In fact, through respiration, we eliminate 70% of waste products, which is
Really?
shocking.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting it out through your breath, where's it going? It's staying in your tissue,
Yeah.
stores in your body.
So do you recommend after you do an adjustment with someone that they drink water to flush out those
I do.
toxins and
I
things?
do often, but oftentimes I deal with people in chronic pattern. Head forward, shoulders up, stressed out to the max, very much pain racked. So one of the things I do to globally impact them instantly is teach them how to breathe again with stretched up arms, stretching the whole chest, and it's difficult for them. They can't draw breath even. I put them in extension where I accentuate the length and make them, and they're like, they
Because
can't.
they're so crippled up?
Yeah, and
Wow.
I teach them that and make them practice 5 minutes a day, and it makes a difference almost instantly. They start sleeping better, they start feeling better,
Oh, that's neat.
and it's huge, and it's totally ignored usually.
And you find people get into, you're talking about chronic pattern. Do you find them taking that pattern in their life and going back to somewhat of a normal activity?
If
After a while?
if they do what they need to do long enough, if they take it serious enough, if they see the big picture, my ultimate situation, my goal in life is for my practice members to understand
Yeah.
simple concepts, and if they apply them, then they won't be seeing me anymore. So maybe that's not good.
Yeah, but that's good. Because I know where your heart really is. But you are right, because and what I'm hearing from you is look at the bigger picture. Because so often it's like, oh, I don't want to spend that 5 minutes breathing. I don't want to do this because today I've got this going on. A friend was sharing about a sermon she had heard from a minister in L.A. Same concept. You have to make that time, because long range, like you, this week you've been shining. You've just been happier, been nicer.
Yeah, it really was night and day, and that it was
Dramatic.
an adjustment.
Yep,
With my chiropractor, and it made all the difference. It really did.
you bet. Reset
Because
the game
I was
of your
affected so
electric system.
emotionally as well.
Sure, it's pretty dramatic. I know it sounds a little flaky, but I need to address it in a public forum because nobody else will, it seems, and it is imperative.